up, everyone? It is your girl GELBEAUTY 87 here, aka Great Shot. And today we're gonna get into the Club Nebula palette from Angelica, I think that's how you say it, or Angie and Kaleidos. So this is the palette we're gonna use in today's Palettes That Inspire Me video. I am obsessed with this palette. This is literally one of my all-time favorite YouTuber collabs. I think I have like a top 10 favorite YouTuber collabs. I don't know if I filmed it or if it's just in my mind, or it might be like one of my TikTok that I posted, but this is definitely one of my all-time favorite palettes. This is literally one of my most used YouTuber collabs. Again, it's quite dirty like Jackie, so that shows it has been well loved. It's like dirt and shimmer all across this part because it's reflected with the silver around. You can't see, but honey, this has been well loved. I love the color story Angie came up with. You got your blues and greens, you got this row of purples and kind of like grayish mauvey type tones, and then you have this row of warm tones because these are the warm tones she loves. I'm not necessarily crazy about warm tones, but I still feel like they fit the palette and it looks nice. So this is one of my most used YouTuber collabs. I absolutely love it. If you need an alternative to this palette because you did not get your hands on it, because don't be going on Mercari paying people $1 million for it. I did see somebody actually recently priced this on Mercari. I think it was like 45 bucks. So that was reasonable because I think this cost $43 when I originally bought it. Don't quote me. This palette came out over 2 years ago if I remember correctly. So I don't know exactly how much I paid for it. I know it was close to like the $40–50 range though. So somebody selling it on Mercari for a reasonable price for once was a nice thing to see. But back to the alternative. If you did not get this, there's the Hauntingly Glamorous palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. It was another creator. I don't remember her name, but her palette looks somewhat similar to this one. I think I've done a battle of the palettes. So I showed both the palettes side by side for you to like see them. And I know I think it's a YouTube short. I know I have a TikTok showing them side by side, so you can go check that out. But I love Angie's palette, so I had to put it in here. I absolutely had to. This is one of the palettes I should have bought a backup to so that way I could use it more, because I use it sparingly because I'm like, I don't want it to run out. The sparkles in here are simply amazing. The mattes went out nicely and smoothly. So I'm going to go off camera and figure out what I'm going to do with this. I'm thinking about trying to blend the warm and cool tones together. So I was thinking about doing like all these mattes and then use like some fun shimmers or something. But I don't know actually what I'm going to do. So we go off camera and figure that out. But if you're curious what's on the eyes right now, I have on the, what is this? The Glam Light X Michaela Smoke Sessions palette. It's a good alternative for people. Glam Light X Michaela Tin Pan palette. It's a good alternative to the Smoke Sessions palette if you need an alternative, because I know Smoke Sessions is really, well, smoky, if you will. And with this palette, even though I've made it real smoky, you can do a nice everyday light look and then make it smoky if you're going to happy hour after work or something like that. And I just think it's a better alternative if you're a person who uses your makeup for every day and you're more in the corporate world. The Michaela palette will be a little bit better for you than Smoke Sessions would. So that's my alternative if anyone was curious. I think I've done a battle of them and showing them side by side. I don't think I did. I looked with them side by side, but I'm quite sure when this palette came out, I showed y'all getting your Smoke Sessions is a good alternative. Anyway, I'm gonna go off camera, get my life in order. When I come back, I'll have swatches on my arm showing you all the shades I use from this palette, and then we'll put them on my eyes and we can talk about what I love about this palette. Be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all, so this is the palette I was inspired to create with the Kaleidos palette. I told y'all I was gonna do that. These purple and the orange and red, but I ended up using the blue on the lid instead. I just thought it looked cooler, so that's what I did. Y'all, my eyeshadow primer was squeezing all over my hand, so I was like, it's time to pick out a new one, because like I guess it had cracked on the side. So since it cracked, I was like, it's time to let it go and free myself and start using new ones. So on one eye I have the primer I was originally using, and on this eye that we're doing now, we do the Kaleidos primer, which I probably should have did in the first place because this is a Kaleidos palette, but you know, I was just trying to use up what I had and it was already sitting there. But once it started getting all over my hands again, I was like, I don't have time for this. Whatever this is, I don't have time for it. So I just had to let it go and free myself. So I'm thinking about doing a perfume review, y'all. I don't know though. I'm gonna see how it goes because I like the Kylie perfume, and I just got my hands on it before it was supposed to come out, because they released it at Sephora before they were supposed to and let people buy it before they were supposed to on their website. So I ended up being able one of those people to grab it. Shout out to Stephanie or Baz Beauty here on YouTube. She was the one who posted about her community tab, and I love me a Kylie fragrance. So as soon as she said, I was like, $25 holla, where are you? I need it. So I got the $25 one just to try out. When the Sephora sale gets here next month, Sister Girl will be buying a full size. So I thought I'd give y'all some information on it, because I know when I did my fragrance video, I think some of y'all said that y'all like how I like perfume. So I'm like, let me try my hand at talking about this perfume, because $100 is a lot to spend, and if you get the $25 and now before the sale, and then you like it, then you can get the bigger one. So I just wanted to give some insight and information about it. I don't know if y'all can hear Adrian in the bathroom. I'm sorry if you can. I can hear him like in here, so I didn't know if that mic was picking it up and you can hear him too. But I'm just taking the peachy matte shade. Of course, that's the only one I can use to transition through here. That will match up with what we try to do. The gray one isn't gonna like go to the look I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to go like mix a warm and cool moment going on here, so that's what I'm doing. And it's looking pretty good. She's still performing nicely after 2 years, you know. Like the pigmentation on the orange that, I mean not the orange, the red that I put in my crease was insane. I was like, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh crap, I just dug into the wrong shade. Dang it. I put the red on the back of my hand instead of the purple. I guess because I had just like talked about the red. What made me do it, because I'm like, purple's on there, I'd be silly girl. Anyway, so let's get into it. But yeah, I was just like, look at that pigmentation. Palette 2 years old and still got this type of pigmentation. Honey, it's giving. That's why this is still one of my all-time favorite like YouTuber collabs ever. Like, Angie did that. Angie did all of that. But honey, this palette is giving, this palette is giving, this palette is giving. I am loving how this is looking. Like, it gives me the vibes of when I did a look with the, what's that palette called? The Astral Pink from the same brand. I did a look, I feel like it was similar to this, but like, it didn't turn out the same opposite because I didn't have the peachy shades or the red shades. I just had more like mauve-ish berry tone shades, but I did have one of these blues, like this blue that's on the lid now, so I was just like, okay. I'm here for it. It's a whole lot. Let me dust on me here real quick, and then dust all around. So, go ahead and rub that on out. So that's looking good. Now let's go into the red that I, you know, wasted initially trying to like put on the outer V when it's clearly sitting here in my crease. Okay. Start dusting it here real quick. And I like to, lately I've been like just dusting over the outer V shade to give like a little extra oomph to it and vibrancy over the shades. That's what I'm doing here now, as you can see. Just dust it over where we have the purple, dust in the crease, and then, you know, call it a day. Looking real nice. And you see how easily it's blending, even though this palette's like 2 years old. I'm still over here like, yeah, give it to me. So I'm happy to be able to pull it out and use it again, because it is, like I said, one of my all-time favorite YouTuber collab palettes ever. So I'm just taking a little bit of orange and dusting back over this part, just to kind of like airbrush everything and have it blended on nicely and smoothly. So that's what I'm working with, girl. Okay, so now we got to cut the crease with this glitter glue and get into these shimmery, sparkly shades on lid. I'm trying to see how many videos I can film today. I'm trying to do more palettes that inspire me than old school versus new schools, because I have filmed so many old school versus new school. I still got like a very few amount left, but I'm trying to like have limited series and keep and then drop them shortly, instead of doing like I did with the My Side Chick Makeup, because I think they've been going on for 2 years, and I'm retiring that one as well. If you all didn't know, I think I talked about it in other videos. It's just like I'd rather do the underrated versus overrated, but it's simply the same thing. It's just, you know, a new way to try it. So now we're gonna take the shimmer shade and put it all on my lid. Ooh, yes, honey, look at that. Y'all know I love a blue moment. I feel like this is like a blue with a little bit like purple sparkle and shift to it, if you will. So I'm living for it. Now I did put 2 different shades on the lid. So I put the blue Astro, and then I took Nova and You're My Only Hope and put those. And then I put Celestial and Nebula in the inner corner. Because initially I was going to do it the other way around, like this shade was going. the purples, the last two purples I named before these, I was gonna put it in the corner, and then the blue wasn't even gonna be a part. But then I was like, I feel like I want to do something different, and then I did, and turned into what this is on my lid now. So I'm here for it. It's a vibe. I'm starting off with the shade You're My Only Hope, and put that here. And then I'm gonna put Nova on top of that to get like the blue purplish look you see when I turn my head. I told you I love to have moments like this. Like I turn my head and you see two different shades. So that's why we're taking Nova now and putting it on top of this shade to get that extra purple effect. Although I feel like I don't see as much of a purple effect on this side as I do on the other side. I know, right? Still to this day, I'm always like, this side doesn't look the same as the other side. You know, you put the exact same products on it, it doesn't look the same. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, this is what I'm working with so far. So I'm gonna go back in with the purple just a little bit, not a whole lot. And just kind of wing it out and get a little bit more pigmented, if you will, and make it look like a little more blended as usual. Then I'm gonna take the one with the peachy shade on it and just dust underneath there and all around again. And then we finally gonna get into the inner corner shade. So I took two shades in the inner corner. Like I said, I'm gonna start off with the shade Nebula. That's the like deeper orange tone. Just pop that right here real quick in cute light. And then I'm gonna take the shade Celestial and pop it on top of that to give it a little bit more brightness. And so this is your finished look, girl. That's what I'm working with, girl. And I must say, I'm still in love with this palette to this day just as much as I was before. I think this look is fire. I'm gonna go outside and take my look at me, I think I'm sexy photos. And you can comment down below and tell me what you think of this look, because I think she's definitely giving. She's giving. But I'm just so excited I get to play with this palette again, because I haven't played with it in ages, because people get mad when you play with limited stuff, but this is truly a staple in my collection that I love and would use more often than not if I could. But this is the look. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope I inspired you to pull out this palette and make you a cute little moment with it. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.